This is Jaguars Postgame, presented by G.E.H.A. Join J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Pride of the Jaguars, Fred Taylor, as they break down today's game. Jaguars Postgame is brought to you by Farah and Farah, the University of Florida, Whataburger, and by Everbank. Jaguars Postgame, presented by G.E.H.A. starts right now.
And welcome in. It is Jaguars Postgame, presented by G.E.H.A. Government Employees Health Association. Benefits for federal employees and retirees. Final score in Denver, Jaguars 34, Broncos 20. Jaguars improved to a record of 11-4. 6-game winning streak now, 7-1 since the Week 8 bye. And it's the longest winning streak for the Jaguars in a single season since 1999, when they won 11 in a row. Jaguars are as hot as any team in the National Football League right now. They got the big lead in the second half of the Broncos and really never felt like they were going to give it up. The Broncos are a comeback team, but not today, and the Jaguars snapped the Broncos' 11-game winning streak.
Now, what a time to be a Jaguar fan, JP. I mean, it's not just that they're winning. It's the fashion in which they're winning and the way the quarterback looks. Trevor Lawrence, I don't think, has ever had this kind of aura around him. He's had some good stretches of play. We go back to the second half of 2022 into the early part of 2023. But I agree with what Frank and Jeff talked about on the broadcast. You go into Denver against this defense today, people are looking at last week, yeah, that's great. You lit up the Jets. The Jets are terrible. They've quit on the season, whatever. Well, Trevor now, today, 4 more touchdowns, fall up to 6 last week. He set his career high in passing touchdowns. He set his career high in total touchdowns. He came in with 29. He's now got 33 on the season, including his 7th rushing score of the year. And the guy is throwing lasers out there. Okay, you got Pat Surtain. You're going to limit one of my top guys, and Myers and BTJ didn't have big days. I got a guy named Parker Washington. I got a guy named Brenton Strange. I'm going to rely on them. I'm going to rely on my ability to pinpoint this football. And I mean, it's amazing to see what Trevor Lawrence is blossoming into throughout the course of this season right now.
No doubt about it. Hasn't turned it over in a while, and that's a huge key to it as well. And the Jaguars pass catchers today, Parker Washington, career high. Some of the throws to him were incredible, but he had that long run after catch.
Great after
which is a
catch.
Huge piece of this game today. But a guy like Parker Washington stepping up, Jacoby Myers, just a few days after signing a 3-year extension, has some key catches in the game, and they find a way around, Brian Thomas Jr. not having much of an impact today.
Well, and they found their way around Trevor Lawrence getting beat up a little bit today for the first time in a while, right? 5 sacks. Give Denver credit. A couple of those were 0-yard sacks where Trevor was running, and they got him right at the line of scrimmage. But whatever. I mean, he got hit a good bit today. There were 14 quarterback hits by the Denver Broncos on Trevor Lawrence today, including 5 sacks. But Trevor was tough. And I thought, just really the example of that is when he ran for that first down late in the fourth quarter, he was not going out of bounds, right? And I think Zach Allen, who was chasing him, thought he was. He kind of almost olayed right at the end because he didn't want to get a penalty. Trevor just stopped and dove forward, and that was a huge play at that point in time, as was the Bo Nix stepping out of bounds play. I mean, look, it's just phenomenal to see Trevor go toe-to-toe with a defense that is as accomplished as Denver has been all year and put up 279, doesn't turn it over, produced 4 touchdowns, quarterback rating, passer rating of 115+. I mean, just what a day for the Duval faithful.
And he was on a heater, too. There was one point where he had like 9 straight completions.
That's right.
And had missed 1 in about a 14-throw stretch there. I mean, that was really high-level stuff. And we were starting to look up all-time completion percentage things, then it evened out towards the end.
Yeah, and look, this didn't start off that way. It started off with a really busy pocket early on, and you're like, okay, this is what are we looking at here? A 17-14 game maybe, but the Jags put their foot on the accelerator. They scored in every period today, came out in the second half after taking that 7-point lead, and they extended it in the third quarter with a couple more touchdowns. So they were not settling today at all. And again, look, you want to run the ball against a pass rush like that? Absolutely. Denver is second in the league against the run. Really, the way to attack them is to throw the ball if you can protect your quarterback. And again, Trevor worked around a lot of stuff going on in the pocket. That's life in the National Football League. Parker Washington made spectacular plays today. Travis Etienne had a couple of big plays today as well. Brenton Strange with the touchdown catch. I mean, everybody chipping in. And the defense as well. 20 points for the Broncos and repeatedly shut down their comeback efforts to get that kind of momentum rolling in the fourth quarter.
Fred Taylor with us now, prior to the Jaguars running back. We'll go back to Denver shortly as well. Fred, boy, a lot to get to on both sides of the ball, but a winning result today, that's the number one priority, and they got it done on the road in Denver. Good evening.
Hey, what's up, guys, man? I just chiming in, and I echo everything both of you have said. Just a great overall team win. And all of the questions, wondering if Trevor Lawrence is really a franchise quarterback, he continues to answer and deliver each and every week. And this is the guy that we saw when the Jaguars took him number one overall. And we hope that he continues to, play in that high fashion. You see extra life in Trevor. The energy's been high, not just out there making plays, but it just seems like something snapped and something clicked. And we keep going back to he and Coach Cohen's relationship. I don't know what their Monday meetings or morning meetings look like. I don't know how much coffee they're drinking together. I don't know what it is, but he's a different person out there, and I love it, right? And but I have to also give love to the defense to be able to go out there and stick with those guys, a pretty good Denver team who's been pretty explosive. I thought they did well. Special team, just a full unit all together. Big time win. It reminds me of when we went to Pittsburgh in 2007. No one thought we would probably win that game. We went there in a hostile environment, two teams 9-4, and we just beat them up. We just out-physicaled them, and this is what it looked like today. Started off slow, as you guys mentioned, but at the very end, they just made enough plays to get it done.
Speaking of that defense, Trayvon Walker on the defensive line, 3 tackles, 3 quarterback hits, a tackle for loss, and a pass defense, and a lot of inside rush today. Trayvon Walker is with Bucky Brooks in Denver. Bucky?
Man, it's just one of those ones that we set out to come in here. We already knew we had to stick together. We knew we was gonna have everybody was gonna play a part from special team, offense, defense, and just playing all 4 quarters. I really think that's what it comes down to. We didn't get the start that we wanted, but coming out in the second half, obviously they came out with a play, scored a touchdown, and then from there we just continuously rallied together. And I felt like that's what made the game continuously go how we wanted it to go.
It was real interesting watching you guys. Like, you never got too high or low. You gave up a play, came back and made a play. If you had a turnover, you didn't celebrate. Talk about the maturity that this team has kind of developed over the course of the season.
The mindset that we have for going into any game is 60 minutes or how many other minutes it takes. So that goes for if it's going to be just a 4-quarter game or we're going into overtime, no matter if we get a takeaway, that's what we're supposed to do on defense. We're supposed to get takeaways, get the offense the ball back, and then the offense go out there and execute. Then from there, we get special teams flying down, making plays. So we just set out coming into this game 60 minutes or how many other minutes it takes to go out here and win this game.
Bo Nix had come to the game like a high quarterback, very difficult, slippery. You guys did a really good job of knocking him down. Couldn't sack him, but you did a really good job. Just talk about the game plan and trying to keep him in the pocket or just trying to disrupt his rhythm.
I feel like that's the main part of the game, this football game, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You make a quarterback play quarterback and not scrambling around, extending plays and things of that nature. I feel like that's what really carries the defense and keeps everything composed, where everybody's just playing the gap assigned ball. I wouldn't even just say gap assigned ball, just executing the call. And that's what we did, especially up front, and then the guys on the back end, rushing coverage works together. So I feel like they played a big part in that as well.
Now, this is going to be the challenging week because the football world is going to jump on the Jags and those things. Talk about how great you guys are. How are you going to be able to keep everything under control, just focus on the next game?
Right now, they just go hop on the bandwagon right now. Everybody in this locker room on the Jaguars team, even upstairs, we know everybody probably going to try to hop on this bandwagon now, but we don't want anybody. They can stay where they at. It's us. It's all about the Jags. But us. Excuse my language, mama and dad, grandmama, but us.
Okay, well, let me just get on the bandwagon. Appreciate you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Trayvon Walker telling it like it is.
Doubling down.
Yes, he did, after Jaguars win on the road in Denver. Well, yeah, Fred, I guess that kind of clears the air there.
Hey, a little passion never hurts, man. A little double shot passion never hurt. But everything that Trayvon mentioned right there, for weeks they've been saying you got to respect us, and Coach Cohen told them respect isn't coming. You got to go get it. And these guys reminded the entire country that the Jags are for real. You know, and Trayvon reminded everyone, we ain't got no room for you right now in this bandwagon. It's all about us. We can only carry us. And they're continuing to show and prove each and every week.
Back in a moment, we'll go back to Denver, and plenty still to come from there with Bucky Brooks just outside the Jags locker room. Plenty more with Fred Taylor as well. After a Jags win over the Broncos, 34-20, 6 straight wins. Jags now 11-4, and this is Jaguars postgame on Jaguars Radio.
Federal employees keep our country going, and G.E.H.A. is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. G.E.H.A. was started by postal employees in 1937, and today they offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. G.E.H.A. is trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country. G.E.H.A. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
Hi, it's Sam Kavaris. Just like the best players to ever wear the Jaguars black and teal, Echo East Coast Transportation is reliable when it counts. As the team's official transportation provider, they've been getting the Jaguars players, staff, and executives where they need to be, safely and on time, for more than a decade, with the newest vehicles and professional drivers. Call them at 904-631-5466 or find them online at ectjax.com and use the code SAM in the special instructions for your 15% Jaguars discount.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are here for them, and we are here for you. Ranked #1 physical rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report, our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Jaguars postgame continues. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios. Fred Taylor with us. The Jaguars get the job done 34-20 over the Denver Broncos. Offensive day for Trevor Lawrence. Massive, but the Jags defense had a hand in it as well, holding the Broncos to 20. And Devin Lloyd with 5 tackles today and a pass defense. The Jaguars linebacker with Bucky Brooks in Denver. Bucky?
Devin, great effort by the team coming on the road, getting a win. Just talk about all the great things that went into this victory.
Oh, man, there was so much. Obviously the offense came out and they were just on it from the start. All the big plays they made, all the conversions, Parker, Trevor, guys moving the chains. I think, they played really, really well today. And then defensively, I feel like we did enough to win the game. Obviously, the turnover by Jarin was big, and we made some key 3-and-outs, third down stops. I'm real critical in defense, so we want to be a little better, especially in the run game, in some of the explosives. But overall, I mean, we played a real solid defensive performance, did enough to help us win the game. It's
funny, being critical. I can certainly understand that. You held them to 20 points, but in the fourth quarter, when you guys needed to get stops and takeaways, you were able to get it done. Talk about standing up and being fourth quarter warriors.
Yeah, I mean, we just got a whole bunch of guys that keep competing, keep fighting until the end. Obviously, we knew the Broncos were really good in the fourth quarter as well, so that was a point of emphasis. But for us, it's just guys having the right mentality, understanding everybody has to execute down the stretch, just do their job, be in the right spot. I think Coach does a good job of putting us in position to make plays, and so it's on us to execute, and that's what we're able to do today.
One of the things that I noticed being on the sideline, it didn't seem like you guys were up or down. Like, it was crazy because the stadium was rocking very, very early, but you guys were able to keep it under control. The maturity that you guys have gained over the course of the season has to be something that's very intentional in terms of how you guys handle yourselves, good, bad, and different. You appear to have a poise about you.
Yeah, no moment's too big for this team. Everybody plays together, and we embrace the environments, but at the end of the day, we play ball so much together. And, for us, it's understanding that at the end of the day, we're going out and we're playing a game. No moment's too big for this team. Everybody just continues to come together and execute when we need to.
Yeah, the bandwagon's going to be super full this week. A lot of people going to jump on and talk about the Jaguars having stuff. The next game can be the toughest game because you had such a big game there. How do you keep it together? How do you focus on just being great this week and getting a win next week against the Colts?
Yeah, same exact mentality as, was going into this week. Just cancel out the outside noise. People are going to say what they're going to say. We're not worried about any of it, good, bad, indifferent. For us, it's just about attacking the process. And obviously we know we have a good win streak going, but these are two critical games. And it starts with this week. It starts with another great week of prep. We're going to be on the road, so for us, it's just about locking into the process and canceling out any of the outside noise.
Cool, man. Great win. Enjoy it. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Devin Lloyd, Jaguars linebacker with Bucky Brooks in Denver. And, that's the Everbank Vault. Everbank, advantage you. Make the most out of your money at everbank.com/Jaguars. Yeah, defensive effort today. They gave up some things, Fred, but when it mattered, they got off the field in key moments, especially in the late in the third and in the fourth quarter, when a period of time where the Denver offense has been fantastic this season, they weren't today, and it's because of that group.
Yeah, no, you know what? I love to hear the comments Devin's making there. They have a certain standard, and they're not satisfied with allowing 20 points, and I think that's great. But I also think that, in the quote he said there, attacking the process, he has to also understand that when they get stops, that it helps the offense with field position. And then in turn, that field position allows the offense to be in position to go down and score. So the defense, they are doing their part. But again, he wants more. And you got to love that mindset, especially at this point in the season.
Plenty ahead. We're back in a moment. Liam Cohen's visiting with the media in Denver, and we'll hear from the Jags head coach with Bucky Brooks coming up shortly. After a Jaguars win in Denver, 6 straight victories for the Jags. Final score, Jags 34, Broncos 20. The Jaguars now 11-4. And this is Jaguars postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
It's a force that can't be contained, propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect.
When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it.
You make power plays.
Aim for fences.
And go for end zones.
You believe that your moment is now. At Farrah & Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7.
If you've been injured, put our force to work for you. Jacksonville.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Jaguars postgame brought to you by G.E.H.A. continues after a Jaguars win in Denver. Final score 34-20. Jaguars now 11-4, 6 straight wins, 7-1 since the Week 8 bye. And the head coach interview is presented by G.E.H.A. Government Employees Health Association. Benefits for federal employees and retirees. Let's head back to Denver. Bucky Brooks with head coach Liam Cohen. Bucky?
Coach, I normally would always ask you thoughts on the win, but I gotta say it's so interesting watching the team on the sideline and how they handle things. Can you talk a little bit about the maturity of the team and how they're not balloons? It's not a Chuck E. Cheese party after the game. Just talk about the maturity in terms of learning how to win and how they go about it.
Yeah, I think, look, they do expect to win every game. I mean, that's the expectation. That is the standard when you're continuing to elevate the standard of preparation, of detail, of performance. That comes with confidence. That comes with the maturity, as you mentioned. I think that when your quarterback is so even-keeled and steady and he's playing at a high level, that there's so much trust that now backs him and backs our team when you have a leader playing the way he's been playing. And so, look, those guys weren't out there, hooting and hollering and throwing a party because we beat them here.
So, Coach, just thoughts on overall on the win, because tough environment. I mean, it was rocking at the beginning, and then you guys kind of settled in and got to it. And then once you got the business, you kind of began to have your way with this a really, really good team.
We did. We definitely needed to withstand the early surge of the altitude, the crowd noise, and obviously we got off to a slow start offensively, but defense, I thought, did a great job early on holding the fort down and really keeping us in the game. And then, things started to get clicking. We hit some passes, and third down, red zone is really where you look at those key areas of being at your best when your best is required, and disciplined football with 2 penalties for 20 yards. And 33 minutes of time of possession, we were able to kind of hold the clock a little bit there. And even though we didn't run it great, we were able to move the chains on third down and finish some touchdowns in the red zone.
Coming to this game, felt like they were going to take the run away, and it was going to be a wide receivers versus DB game, or pass catchers versus their DBs. They were shadowing BTJ, but then the other guys really, really stepped up. How'd you feel about their performance today?
Man, very proud of that group. We had kind of set up the game plan in a lot of ways to go to Parker in some ways that we figured Surtain would match BT. We weren't sure, though, and we knew Parker could have a day where he could go off a little bit and get some matchups that were favorable for us. And credit Parker's preparation, the way that he goes about his business during the week, and then he just performs. I mean, he performs at a high level on game day, and very proud of that group. Jacoby, Tim Patrick coming back to a place where he played, and he was our game captain, and very proud of that group. And Edgar Bennett's done a great job with that group as a whole.
Camp had a defense going, like really dialed in, particularly in the second half, in terms of limiting the big plays, getting after quarterback, making Bo Nix uncomfortable, because he's a guy that likes to deal in space and outside of it. The overall defensive performance.
Yeah, very proud of that group. Obviously the numbers are high on the overall yardage, but when you look at, again, third down, 5 of 14, fourth down, 1 of 3, red zone, 1 of 2. I mean, got down the red zone twice. So that's huge because, they were throwing it a good amount. We missed some tackles on R.J. Harvey a little bit that we need to clean up. But, 2 turnovers, played opportunistic, played as a group, played passionate, and we ran and hit.
Finally, so now the football world is going to jump all on the team this week. Going to be excited. But the next game is the most difficult game because the next one's the division game. How do you keep the team even keeled, ready to play the Indianapolis Colts next week?
Yeah, I think this group knows that this win it was just the next one. As you just mentioned, this next one is. I mean, that the win that we just had today that was the next one. It's the 11th win. That's a great job. But this being the divisional game coming up, Houston obviously continuing to win keeps them on our heels and will keep us hungry because there's no time to relax and not go about our business the way that we've been going about it.
Well, look, man, we look forward to seeing it next week.
Thanks, Buck.
Cool.
Head coach Liam Cohen with Bucky Brooks in Denver after a 34-20 win over the Denver Broncos. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Jaguars radio network.
At G.E.H.A, they stand behind their members because they were founded by members. They're not focused on Wall Street, they're focused on Main Street. So they built dental plans with 100% coverage for in-network preventive care, with access to a nationwide network of nearly 600,000 provider locations. G.E.H.A is proud to offer dental plans exclusively for federal employees, federal retirees, and military retirees. Visit GEHA.com to learn more.
RingCentral will completely transform the way you work. It gives you built-in AI across all your business conversations. Your phone system has an AI receptionist that answers calls 24/7. Your video meetings have AI that takes notes instantly. Even your contact center has AI, so you can help customers faster. It all comes together in one reliable platform for effortless AI communications. See for yourself at ringcentral.com. RingCentral, voice of your business.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow! Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
Jaguars postgame presented by G.E.H.A. continues. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios. Fred Taylor on the line with us after Jaguars win in Denver. Final score, Jags 34, Broncos 20. And PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jags, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com. Fred, what stands out the most about Liam Cohen's comments there with Bucky Brooks now that the team is 11-4?
Just staying the course, letting them understand what the situation is. And, it's a lot of football left because the Texans are on your heel. You got a big game next week. Each and every week, the games are bigger and bigger. But the game plan, knowing that they were going to probably double or put Patrick Surtain on BT, just to challenge Parker Washington, and he lived up to each and every moment. Had 5 big third down receptions and conversions, the 63-yard big play, the longest pass that Denver had given up the entire year. And just being able to challenge certain players and then be able to go out there and get the most out of them just goes to show you that they're forward thinking, and these coaches are going to put it on their player's shoulder, and the players executed.
I'll tell you what stood out to me, Fred, and it wasn't what Liam said to Bucky. It was what Liam said at the podium a moment ago that we're just finding out about right now on social media. I remember this week, Sean Payton made reference to out of nowhere to, well, they're a small market team, but they're pretty good, right? Something along those lines. So Liam at the podium after the game goes, grateful that a small market team like us can come into a place like Mile High and get it done. You think this guy isn't the saltiest coach in the National Football League? Then you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, he internalizes every perceived slight, and he uses it as rocket fuel. And yeah, he's like, we're not celebrating big, but he's letting you know he hears everything that's said, and we're going to pay it back between the white lines. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you got to love a coach like that. I mean, he's one of the guys, man. I mean, he's not much older than some of them.
That's right.
And he understands, the moment. And any fuel that they can use, he's all down for it. What game was it? What was the little toss-up at the end of the game earlier in the season?
San Francisco, Robert Saleh.
Yeah, with Saleh.
Remember? Yeah.
San Francisco, but you got to love Coach Cohen, man. And the players going to hear that. They're going to see it. And they're all together. It's all about the guys in that locker room and in that building. And they're just thriving and being motivated off each other. I love it. I love bulletin board material and then going in there and kicking butt. That's what I'm about.
He's so spicy about it that I think the players dig into that too, that they just latch on.
They don't even need to go to social media. I guarantee you they said something about this in the locker room too. Oh, a small market team did pretty well for ourselves today, huh, guys? I cannot wait to see all the video coming out of the locker room now.
Yeah, the social media team should have fun chopping that up and making a real dope edit. I can't wait to see it this week on Instagram. But Coach Payton, he has that sort of slick underlining, stuff about him. He's always been there with those little side remarks, and luckily or thankfully, Coach Cohen caught it and got the last laugh.
He just added an L as well today. Liam Cohen got the job done. The Jaguars did. Final score 34-20. The Kingfish Pest Control defensive play of the game. We'll give it to Jarian Jones on the interception on fourth down. With a little over 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, it was the Jaguars' second takeaway of the game. Denver fumbled a handoff earlier. Agba recovered that. But the Jones interception all but salted the game away. And that is the Kingfish Pest Control defensive play of the game. Let the pros tackle the pests in your home. Go to kingfishpest.com. That's kingfishpest.com. Stats check, plenty more ahead when we return. Jags a big winner over the Broncos, 34-20 to improve to a record of 11-4. And this is Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with Everbank. Open an Everbank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. Everbank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get $1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through January 5th, 2026. Offer entitles $1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Jaguars postgame presented by G.E.H.A. continues. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios in Jacksonville. Fred Taylor on the line with us from South Florida after a Jaguars win over the Broncos. 34-20. Snapped Denver's 11-game win streak. The Jaguars' win streak is now 6 games, their longest since the 1999 season, longest in-season win streak since then for the Jags. And the Jaguars now 7-1 since the Week 8 bye. We'll see what the Patriots have in store tonight. They're on the road in Baltimore. New England, of course, the number 2 seed, a game ahead of the Jaguars coming into the day, now a half game. And we got to see about the common games, tiebreakers, and all that when that goes down. And, of course, Indy playing tomorrow night at home against San Francisco. If the Colts lose, the Jaguars would secure a playoff berth tomorrow night. We'll keep an eye on that game. Let's get an Everbank stats check and start off with the total yardage in the game. Denver outgaining the Jaguars 445 to 346. 101 on the ground for Denver, 81 on the ground for the Jaguars, 344 passing net for Denver, 265 for the Jags. First downs, the Jaguars had 22, Denver had 21. Jaguars were 8 of 15 on third down today, 5 of 14 for the Broncos. Penalties, only 2 for 20 yards against the Jaguars accepted, 6 for 61 against Denver, 2 turnovers for the Denver offense. And the time of possession favored the Jaguars by 3 minutes and 13 seconds. All in all, good, strong team win today for the Jags.
Yeah, getting into the nitty-gritty of individual numbers here. Trevor Lawrence, 23 of 36, 279, average 7.8 per attempt, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers at all. He was sacked 5 times, passer rating of 115.4. He added 6 carries for 20 yards and a score there as well. 2 of those sacks came, by the way, 0 yardage sacks where he scrambled back to the line of scrimmage, so limited the damage there. Bo Nix, 28 of 47, 352, 1 TD. 1 interception. He was sacked 1 time. B.J. Green got that, and a passer rating of 81.2. Travis Etienne led the way on the ground for Jacksonville, 16 for 50. R.J. Harvey had 7 for 50 today, including a 38-yard touchdown run. Trevor Lawrence mentioned with the rushing touchdown. Parker Washington, what a day. 6 for 145, averaged 24.2 yards a catch, had a touchdown. Really was just the key piece of the offense other than the quarterback himself. 4 for 45 for Jacoby Myers, 5 for 39 with a touchdown for Brenton Strange. Etienne caught 4 for 16 with a TD out of the backfield. Cortland Sutton, 6 for 86 for Denver with a score. And Harvey caught 4 for 71 coming out of the backfield as well. Let's see. Emmanuel Ogbah had the fumble recovery for Jacksonville. We mentioned Jarian Jones with the interception. Foye Oluokun had 11 total tackles, 6 solo to easily lead the way for Jacksonville today. Cam Little was 2 of 2 on his field goals, perfect on his extra points. And Logan Cook averaged 52 yards a punt today.
That's great.
On 6 kicks, 52 yards net. Which is phenomenal. 4 of them inside the 20 with a long of 63. His best one going to the 2-yard line.
Fred Taylor, Trevor Lawrence is on a heater. The best of his career. Now 4 straight games over a 100 rating for the first time in now his 5th NFL season. Couldn't come at a better time. What is the best part of his game right now between the lines?
I think, just playing calm, playing poised. But more importantly, just using his full athletic capability that he has. I think his running has given him an opportunity to create and extend plays. He knows he's able to do that. The play caller knows he's able to do that. He's making amazing passes when he's outside of the pocket. So a lot of play action in there, more so than dropbacks. And then just being able to be accurate on the outside as well. And if there's nothing there, he's making the smart plays now. So he's firing on all cylinders, man. And he has the entire team excited behind him.
Speaking of Trevor Lawrence, let's listen in live. His press conference from Denver after a big Jaguars win via Jaguars.com.
Played well. I mean, obviously a little bit of shuffling going on today up front, and it's been the same story all season. Our O-line has done an awesome job in general of just protecting and running the football, and then when guys have had to step up and play at different positions, guys have done an awesome job. Now Walker went in at guard, played tackle all season, and he played well. I thought the guys did a really good job up front. I know there was 5 sacks, and 3 of them were like 1-yard sacks. I felt like just kind of hanging on to the ball, trying to scramble, and they got me at the line of scrimmage. So I thought those guys did an awesome job up front. It was a big key to the game. It was obviously the protection and being able to challenge these guys downfield, because that's what they do so well is rush the passer, and our guys stepped up.
How impressed are you that this team can handle the stage? You guys haven't been on it a lot as a team, obviously. and to come out here in one of the biggest games of the week in the NFL to deliver that performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the team's coming together. I feel like we have a lot of confidence, but we don't take our preparation for granted. You can't just show up and win games in this league. You got to prepare the right way, and you got to have that edge and that mindset come Sunday. And I think that's something our team does a really good job of, is playing with that chip on your shoulder and that edge and attacking people and getting after them. And I think that's something that's been huge for us. Can't be understated. So we have to continue to do that. You know, it's not, you're not just going to show up on Sunday and win games, no matter who you're playing, and especially against a good team in Denver. So proud of the guys, and we came ready to go.
How much has Liam got you guys to buy into what you were just talking about, that you can't just show up and win, you got to prepare the right way?
Yeah, he's been a big part of it. Our whole staff, you know, obviously it starts with him, but I think the whole staff does an awesome job of not taking anything for granted during the week. I mean, every week is clean slate, fresh start, and we go back to square one of game planning. Obviously, you can build on things you've done throughout the season with some carryover, but as far as just getting back into the weeds and figuring out all of the, you know, advantages that we can get as an offense, like, it all starts over every single week. So I've been impressed with the staff and how we've prepared every week.
You've had really good stretches throughout your career so far, but at this point this season, does it feel like you're starting to stack those up and turn last week into next week, all that kind of stuff? You know, it's a clean slate, but you're taking over the confidence you had from the previous week and carrying that over into the next week.
Yeah, I feel great with, you know, our offense right now, what we're able to do in the passing game, and guys are making plays. You know, I'm giving them opportunities down the field, and we're protecting up front. We're doing a lot of things well, and we just got to continue, not take it for granted, continue to take care of the details and do the little things so that we can come out there and play well on Sundays, and that's a big part of it. And yeah, I feel great with how I'm playing, but like I said, you don't just walk out on Sunday and do it. You got to prepare every week, so we got to do it again this week.
That's Trevor Lawrence, Jaguars quarterback, live at the podium in Denver after a big-time Jaguars win 34-20 over the Broncos. Plenty more ahead. We will get to the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game coming up. We've got an injury report and a preview of next week, all ahead after a Jaguars 34-20 win over the Broncos. Jags improved to 11-4. They snapped the Broncos' 11-game win streak. And this is Jaguars postgame on the Jaguars Radio.
Federal employees keep our country going, and G.E.H.A. is proud to keep them going with health plans exclusively for them. G.E.H.A. was started by postal employees in 1937, and today they offer all federal employees a network of 1.7 million providers and a health plan for every stage of life. G.E.H.A. is trusted by millions of federal employees and retirees across the country. G.E.H.A. Find your federal health plan at G.E.H.A.com.
Hi, it's Sam Kavaris. You probably already know that Echo East Coast Transportation is the official transportation provider for the Jaguars. I've been a client for more than 30 years because they're from here, and like you, they've been Jaguar fans from the beginning. So for any prearranged transportation needs, call them at 904-631-5466 or find them online at ectjax.com and use the code SAM in the special instructions box for your 15% Jaguars discount. And if you want to talk Jaguars, they can do that too.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found, courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Jags fans, this season make your game day even tastier with Al's Pizza in the stadium, and then you can enjoy even more with the Al's Pizza Pickoff promo after the game. When the Jaguars get 2 interceptions in one game, you'll score 50% off one pizza, any size you want, for 48 hours after the game. Just tell them you want the Jags Pick promo when you order. Up your game and your pizza with Al's at the stadium or any of their 5 locations.
Jaguars postgame brought to you by G.E.H.A. Government Employees Health Association. Benefits for federal employees and retirees. JP Shadrick, Mike Dempsey from the Hyundai Studios. Fred Taylor with us after a Jags win in Denver. 34-20 the final. 6 straight victories for the Jaguars, who are now 11-4. The Broncos fall to 12-3. The number 1 seed still, but with 2 weeks to go, still a lot of question marks as to how this final seeding will go. The Jaguars are not in the playoffs yet officially, by the way. They need a Colts loss on Monday to secure a playoff berth here in 2025. Of course, they could, if that does not happen, it would just go on to next week for a huge head-to-head game against the Indianapolis Colts. We'll get to that game coming up shortly. Time now, though, for the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game voting. I get a vote, Mike gets a vote, Fred gets a vote and a half to break any deadlocks. It's almost like the Trevor Lawrence runaway show. However, there could be some others, especially one wide receiver today who I'm going to give a vote to. Parker Washington, career high 145 yards on 6 catches and a touchdown and a 63-yard meandering run through the Denver defense, weaving in and out and in and out and down to the 10-yard line, setting up a touchdown as well. I'm going to go with Parker Washington today, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have won the game without Parker Washington today, but I'm 100% certain they would not have won the game without Trevor Lawrence today, Freddie. I don't know if we need to go over his superlatives again. He was basically, very clean with the 4 touchdowns, no turnovers here, quarterback rating, passer rating of 115 plus. So we'll leave it in your capable hands. 1 vote for Trevor, 1 vote for Parker Washington. Which way do you see it?
I mean, I love you guys, man. Both of you are amazing. It easily can go to Trevor, man, but I got to give Parker some love. I met him for the first time last week on the field, and we kind of chopped it up. We have a mutual friend, so he'll love the fact that I'm giving Parker this vote, but not like I'm just giving it to him. He deserves it.
He did earn it.
I mean, the five big catches on 3rd down, 10 targets. He lived up to the opportunity. They knew they were going to have those other guys blanketed. And Parker stepped up, had an amazing game. I think without those 3rd down conversions, the big 63-yarder that he turned a 5-yard catch into a 63-yarder and then eventually a touchdown and set up a few others. Yes, without Trevor, he doesn't get that. But without Parker, I think as a complete unit, the Jaguars aren't as efficient as they are today. So he gets my vote for Network Player of the Game.
15 of the 23 completions are to Washington, Myers, and Strange. Brian Thomas being covered all day had only 2 catches for 18 yards. So as you said, those other guys had to step up, and Parker Washington did in a big way. 10 targets, 6 catches, 145, and a touchdown. He is the Jaguars Radio Network Player of the Game, Mike.
I think Trevor is going to get a nice consolation prize. I predict he's going to be AFC Offensive Player of the Week for the 2nd week in a row. I don't think there's anybody out there. I'm looking at the numbers of what guys have done. Unless the Colts put up something crazy tomorrow. I mean, Jalen Warren had a huge game for Pittsburgh, but I don't know, man. I think Trevor might get this thing twice in a row on that stage again. Maybe nobody saw it, Fred, because of the small market aspect of it and how they distributed the TV broadcast.
Hey, listen,
but
I didn't have to use YouTube TV today to watch the game.
Very nice.
What small market? They actually played it down here. So I was able to catch it on Fox. Big game. Trevor, he went and did what he needed to do as the leader. He's been fire hot the past 4 weeks. And I hope they give him AFC Player of the Game. I think he earned it too, Mike. So they probably don't know little old Parker. We do, so we'll give him the love. And hopefully the NFL can handle their business and take care of Trevor like you mentioned.
From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. We'll return with the UF Health injury report after Jags win in Denver, 34-20. It's Jaguars postgame on Jaguars Radio.
At G.E.H.A, they stand behind their members because they were founded by members. They're not focused on Wall Street, they're focused on Main Street. So they built dental plans with 100% coverage for in-network preventive care, with access to a nationwide network of nearly 600,000 provider locations. G.E.H.A is proud to offer dental plans exclusively for federal employees, federal retirees, and military retirees. Visit GEHA.com to learn more. Jags fans, this season make your game day even tastier with Al's Pizza in the stadium, and then you can enjoy even more with the Al's Pizza Pickoff promo after the game. When the Jaguars get 2 interceptions in one game, you'll score 50% off one pizza, any size you want, for 48 hours after the game. Just tell them you want the Jags Pick promo when you order. Up your game and your pizza with Al's at the stadium or any of their 5 locations.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Brooks Rehabilitation is proud to be the official rehabilitation partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are here for them, and we are here for you. Ranked #1 physical rehabilitation hospital in Florida by U.S. News and World Report, our playbook is individualized treatment and exceptional care to get you back to living your life. Brooks has cutting-edge technology and therapy solutions in every care setting, treating sports injury, orthopedics, brain, spinal injuries, and more. Go beyond your expectations with Brooks Rehabilitation.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games when you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport. Catch epic showdowns in Cincinnati and Denver. Turn up the heat in Phoenix and Las Vegas. Support your Jaguars in divisional clashes in Houston, Nashville, and Indianapolis. View real-time parking, security, and flight updates on flyjacks.com. Whether you stick with the play call or you need an audible, they'll be your teammate every step of the way. Book your nonstop flights today. Learn more at flyjacks.com.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Jaguars postgame presented by G.E.H.A. continues. J.P. Shadrick with Mike Dempsey and Fred Taylor. After a Jags win over the Broncos 34-20 to improve to 11-4. And time for the injury report presented by UF Health, the proud healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags did have really a bunch of guys kind of go down at certain points of this game today. Greg Newsome in the first quarter with a right arm issue, but was back in the ball game. Patrick McCary, the right guard, with a back problem in the second quarter. He was ruled out after halftime. Robert Hainsey, the center, in the late third quarter, with a groin issue. He did not return. Trevor Lawrence in the fourth quarter was limping a little bit, obviously finished out the game. Monteric Brown, left shoulder issue in the fourth quarter. And Jordan Lewis was helped off the field, favoring a leg in the fourth quarter, helped off by 2 different members of the athletic training and medical staff for the Jaguars. So a lot to watch this week on the injury report. It's a Jaguars team that has battled some injuries throughout the season, defensively, especially midway through the season. They had a bunch of guys in the secondary out. They've had defensive line guys with clubs in their hands playing, that kind of thing. And the offensive line, too. They've missed a game or two here or there, been able to handle it. This is a lot in one swoop, Fred, and a lot to watch now with 2 weeks to go and nothing clinched.
Yeah, going back to, it's been a theme the past several weeks, just talking about how interchangeable that offensive line has been. You know, the fact that the injuries hadn't been big-time injuries where guys are missing a few plays here and there, maybe a game or two. And it's December. This is what you expect from around the league. Just got to continue to knock on wood and hope that we don't have any, serious injuries. These minor injuries just allow the guys to get in the training room earlier in the week, take care, rehab, do whatever they need to do, continue to maintenance the small injuries so they don't get any bigger. And hopefully they can continue to stay fire hot how they've been the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, you just hate to see them all concentrated in the defensive backfield.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like they were today. But I guess, maybe we could play a quarterback that doesn't have a whole lot of arm strength next week. That'd be great if we could dial that
That's
up.
right. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
like
feeling it a little bit right now.
a 44-year-old or something like that.
44-year-old who probably can't throw it more than 20 yards downfield. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you on that, man. The crazy thing is the courage to come out of retirement after 5 years is crazy for Philip. But hopefully we can get after him and make some big noise, stop the run, and do all that stuff. JP, you got it.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Let's come back and we'll dig into that game a little bit more next week. We got one more to go. After a Jaguars win over the Broncos 34-20. We'll touch on the Colts game next week when we return. Jaguars post game on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
To aim higher, run faster. It's what elite athletes do. Always strive for better. At UF Health, we have that same DNA. To not just treat a stroke, but to create a fleet of mobile stroke treatment units. To not just do research, but to use AI to save lives with one of the most powerful supercomputers in academia. We believe, like athletes, that human progress has no finish line. UF Health, National Medical Center for Team USA.
It's a force that can't be contained, propelled by purpose, pride, and the power to protect.
When winning isn't just the mission, it's your passion. You pursue it.
You make power plays.
Aim for fences. And go for end zones.
You believe that your moment is now. At Farrah and Farrah, we deliver game day energy 24/7.
If you've been injured, put our force to work for you. Jacksonville.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Final moments of Jaguars postgame brought to you by G.E.H.A. after a Jaguars win over the Broncos 34-20. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Fred Taylor. And now it is on to Indianapolis. Week 17. The Colts are playing on Monday Night Football, so it's a short week for Indy. They are at home in both of those games tomorrow night and next week. Phillip Rivers is the quarterback now for the Indianapolis Colts. And their hopes are fading. They're trying to stay alive. It is going to be tough. And the Jaguars get a loss from the Colts tomorrow night. Then the Jaguars secure a playoff spot. If not, it goes on to next week. So a lot certainly on the line in this game.
Yeah, I don't think it matters now. Honestly, I mean, the Jags are going to take care of their own business. In my headspace, Fred, that's the way I feel about it. So, I mean, if it happens tomorrow, great. We'll take it. I don't think the Jags are going to react to it very much. It's, we see Parker Washington out there, chop wood, carry water. That's what 1-0. He puts 1-0 in his tweet after the game. And I think they've shown if they weren't going to look past the Jets to this game, I don't think they're going to get all, out of sorts if they officially clinch the playoffs tomorrow night.
Right. And who was that? Devin Lloyd. He was talking about attacking the process and no moment being too big. They understand what's at stake. I mean, they've been there the past several weeks. Big game, small team, getting up for an opponent who they should beat, getting ready for a big game, a statement game, playoff, all these sorts of things. Every week is something different, and they've handled themselves accordingly, and I think they'll be ready for the moment. And, the defensive line, they got to get excited. No, you got a 44-year-old quarterback in the backfield who was just somewhere coaching high school. You can't get more excited than that to try to get out. It's like a shark with blood in the water, right? Stop the run, go out there, beat up on that quarterback, and come back to Duval with a victory.
And by my calculations, the Jags certainly should be rooting for the Baltimore Ravens tonight. They're playing the Patriots. Ravens have an early 7-0 lead. And from my count, by my count, the common games between New England and Jacksonville are even. Both teams 4-1 in the common games. So I think it would go to conference record, and the Jaguars have a conference record that's better than New England no matter what happens in this one. So in theory, if they lose, the Jags could be the number 2 seed after tonight.
Pretty good. And then let's root like crazy for the rest of that AFC West to knock off Denver. By the way, Jags are the AFC West champs after the 4-0 sweep this year over the division.
Love that.
Just another little feather in their cap along the way.
Love that. Fred, have a great week. And one game at a time. Next week it's on to Indy, and we'll talk to you then.
It's on to Indy, one of my favorite places away from home. I have no doubt that we're going to come back home with a win.
Sounds like a plan to me. Fred Taylor, pride of the Jaguars running back, each and every week here on Jaguars Postgame. And for those on our flagship station, stick around. The Scoreboard Show is next. Brian Sexton will join us. Jaguars get the job done. Now 6 straight wins. This one in dominant fashion in Denver, 34-20. Jags now 7-1 since the Week 8 bye, improving to a record of 11-4. They snapped the Broncos' 11-game win streak, and now it's on to Indianapolis. This has been Jaguars Postgame on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Merry Christmas, Fred.
Welcome to the Jaguars Scoreboard Show. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Bucky Brooks will take your calls about today's game and take a look at the rest of the league. The Jaguars Scoreboard Show is brought to you by Farrah and Farrah, Whataburger, the University of Florida, and by Everbank. The Jaguars Scoreboard Show starts right now.
Scoreboard!
Scoreboard! Nah.
You got the board in.
One of these days. Here we go.
Scoreboard.
Thank you. One of these days we'll have that mic on.
Final score, Jaguars 34, Broncos 20. Jags are now 11-4. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Brian Sexton. After another Jags win, 6 in a row, 7-1 since the bye week. This small market team went out there and got the job done.
Listen,
Liam Cohen is as chippy as ever. I love it.
I read those comments this week, and I thought that is rich coming from a guy who made his career in a small market. New Orleans is one of those small markets. New Orleans and Buffalo and Jacksonville. Oakland used to be considered one of them. Green Bay, right? He came from one of them. He's throwing cold water on one of his own.
It was just weird that he brought it up like it had to be on his mind or something. Like nobody asked him about it.
Yeah, he was just like thinking of something to say, and that's what popped in his head.
They're a small market, but they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly the Jags are like, oh, we'll take that, put it in our pocket. I mean, you know, you heard it from Liam Cohen
They
in
beat
the
some
postgame.
big market ass. I mean, sorry, listen, it's not a word I normally say, but Trayvon Walker set the precedent tonight. So
you're way below the bar right now. You're fine.
You're just fine. You're just fine. Trevor Lawrence with another day. 4 straight games now over 100 rating. That's the longest stretch in his career. And just getting out of the pocket, finding big-time throws down the field, confident in the whole thing, and using his mobility in the running game to balance it out. On a day where the Jaguars didn't run really effectively at all.
No.
He had some big-time running moments in this game, and it's another complete game for him.
You know, it felt to me like they couldn't fall very far behind in this game because that Broncos defense early on, they just had such energy. And they didn't. They only trailed 10-7 at that moment, right? Remember the Jags go 3 and out. Trevor took the big sack. Roach got him. And then they scored on 5 straight possessions. And the Broncos just had this bewildered look in their eye like, who are these cats and what are they doing? But they're averaging 34 points per game over the course of this 6-game winning streak. Guys, they're a juggernaut.
They're rolling. You're right. They're rolling right now. And look, The missed field goal by Denver, I thought, was pretty key as well, right? You've gone 3 and out twice, and Denver's going to come down, and they're going to take the first score and the first lead, and they didn't get it, and then you answered with that first touchdown drive. And you're right, they fell behind by 3. Big deal, and they always stayed in touch, and they always answered the bell, even when it felt like in that fourth quarter, you're like, wow, this feels kind of familiar to about 5-6 weeks ago. They stepped up and made plays.
I mean, they come out of the halftime locker room. Harvey has a 38-yard touchdown, ties the game 17 all, then bang, 9 plays, 5 minutes and change. I mean, they hit the 20-yarder to Washington. They had a PI, a couple of defensive penalties, took advantage of that, and just bounced right back up by 7.
And listen, there's so many different moments in the game. I heard you guys talking about it. So many different moments where it felt like, okay, all right, this thing's swinging. I'll go back to the first down they got with the throw as Trevor's rolling out to his left and threw the ball back to the middle of the field. Really dangerous against a great defense. And there's Parker Washington that makes the catch. That's the moment where I went, okay, they've broken the glass on this defense now, right? They drew a little bit of blood. They showed that they're human. Now let's see what you can do. And then Trevor, JP, I can't think of another word. And I use hyperbole as much as anyone. It's what I do for a living, right? But that was brilliant. That was a brilliant performance by a quarterback against a phenomenal defense. And he seemed to eat it up, Mike. He seemed to take it with joy. I mean, take their joy.
Well, look, there's a clip JP and I were just talking about before you came in of Trevor in the tunnel leading him out to the field. That's one you're going to want to watch later on tonight because he was fired up about, hey, all we hear about is this defense, and let's show them why it doesn't matter. Yeah. Right? That they believe that right now. And it's easy to believe that. If you're a Trevor Lawrence teammate right now, you look at this guy and you're like, wow. He is making throws. We already knew he had the physical ability to make certain throws that other quarterbacks just can't physically make. That didn't make him a better quarterback, but now he's putting the command of the pocket, the ability to keep his eyes downfield as the pocket kind of collapses. He is looking to throw. He's stepping up, and he's willing to run. He's in total command. There's no panic in anything he's doing when he gets sacked. Like he mentioned, 3 of his sacks were within a yard of the line of scrimmage, and those were basically running plays. I mean, he's playing heady football.
And JP, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think it's the 4th straight game that we have not seen what are you doing? Dude? Trevor, in the first half of this season, made a lot of decisions with the football that made you go, oh, you can't do that. And the most obvious is that one after the 17-play drive in Las Vegas. We haven't seen any of those, none, since the game in Arizona. I mean, he has just, and of course, the quarterback efficiency rating over 100 would certainly bear that out. But what's he got? 13 touchdown passes and no turnovers since Budda Baker got him in the fourth quarter of that game. It is phenomenal football.
Absolutely amazing. And as we mentioned, against a Denver defense rated very highly in most categories, they entered the day number 1 on third downs, 32%, number 1 in the red zone with 38%. The Jaguars today on third down, 53%, 8 of 15, and they were 4 of 5 in the red zone, 4 touchdowns on 5 trips today. Plenty ahead. Let's come back. We've got to get to defense as well. Parker Washington's day at wide receiver. There's a lot to dive into after a Jaguars win over the Broncos 34-20. Off and rolling. It's the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
I'm Foye Lewican from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or under the influence is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. Remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead. Have a designated driver or get a ride home. Keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
Is your organization ready to tackle its toughest challenges? For 3 decades, CSI Companies based in Jacksonville has been the trusted workforce partner for leading healthcare and technology providers nationwide. Whether finding the right talent for a specific job, advising on a strategic project, or offering seamless managed services, they tailor every solution to fit your needs. CSI brings trusted expertise and a people-first approach to your organization. Get the job done right. Together, we go further. Learn more at CSICompanies.com.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Cohen & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Cohen & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. CoilJacks.com. Frank Frangie here. When you think of barbecue in Jacksonville, it's got to be Bono's Pit Barbecue. For over 75 years, Bono's has been smoking Jacksonville's favorite barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So go to bonosbarbecue.com or call their fantastic catering department at 904-332-7427. That's 904-332-7427. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
Touchdown at Jaguars away games. When you fly nonstop from Jacksonville International Airport, catch epic showdowns in Cincinnati and Denver. Turn up the heat in Phoenix and Las Vegas. Support your Jaguars in divisional clashes in Houston, Nashville, and Indianapolis. View real-time parking, security, and flight updates on flyjacks.com. Whether you stick with the play call or you need an audible, they'll be your teammate every step of the way. Book your nonstop flights today. Learn more at flyjacks.com.
Chelsea here. Ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors before the new year? During Renewal by Anderson's December sales event, buy one, get one 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to say yes. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Offer ends December 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Scoreboard show continues. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Brian Sexton after Jags win over the Broncos 34-20. Plenty to dive into after this one. We've discussed Trevor Lawrence's performance. We'll get back to that. There's just so much to dig into there, especially with the wide receivers they were throwing to and Parker Washington's big day and injuries and changes on the O-line yet again. But I've had a tip of the cap to this Jaguars defense as well against Bo Nix, one of the hotter quarterbacks in the league lately. The way he moves around, they play action him out and bootleg him out to give him extra time. He had some plays down the field today, but you know what? Late third and into the fourth quarter, they didn't.
Well, listen, they made 2 runs down the field on this Jags defense, and they really stole their joy when they forced the field goal there, when they got pressure and Bo Nix tried to roll out. They had a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, and they settled for a field goal. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, you still have a 14-point lead here. And then, of course, late in the ball game, they're going down the field, and Jarian Jones jumps up and takes the ball away. And that was the moment where you went, they got enough for this. They're not just going to win. They're going to win in a strong, commanding fashion, which the defense had a big hand in. They gave up a lot of yards, Mike, which this defense has done at times this year, but not a lot of points.
Look, it's a really good team. They're the number 1 team record-wise in the NFL coming into this game, and they're playing at home in a notoriously tough place to play. Yeah, all right, we gave them some yards. I don't expect the Jags to shut everyone out. I know you're not saying that. No. You know, like anyone who's disappointed with this defensive performance, other than the team themselves who are going to use that as motivation, we gave up too many points. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, I was parroting a line from Robert Saleh, the 49ers defensive coordinator, who this week he made the statement that he has learned finally that the yards don't matter at all. In the end, it's the points that he focuses on.
Absolutely. 100%, man. I thought the defense, that was kind of the final nail in the coffin. Jarian picking that off. He could have just knocked it down, too. Would have had the same effect. Yeah. Right? It was 4th down. But, I mean, you look at the way Denver was coming back. You saw the way the game started. Denver got a lot of pressure on Trevor Lawrence, right? But at the end of the game, it's Bo Nix who's stepping out of bounds before he throws the football.
Oh, yeah,
it's Bo Nix who serves up Pat Bryant on a platter for Monteric Brown over the middle. Yep. I mean, look, if Trevor Lawrence had played the way Bo Nix played today, they'd be ripping him and picking him apart at every single turn. And so be it. You know what? I hope that people, like Trayvon said, don't jump on the bandwagon. do not do it, right? Because Liam Cohen could keep
Is that what he
preaching
said?
that.
I thought he said something different.
Well, he said that before. That's what he was talking about.
I know, I'm kidding.
And then he did follow that up quite strong.
I was trying to bait you a little bit.
Yes, no. Oh, you think I'm going down that road? I like my job.
Yeah, I know
thank you very much. Trayvon's got a little more job security than I do. So
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
By the way, he played pretty well.
Yeah, you keep playing like this. Hey, guess what? At some point, he'll be up in the room with the photographer and the pen in his hand getting another contract.
Listen, I mean, he is not that quick, twitchy edge rusher, but man, does he shoves people backwards. He really does. And today, when they needed it the most, he was in the quarterback's face.
Team's got an attitude,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
And you also heard Dewey talk about it after the game that Liam will get up on Trevor, and that hasn't always been the case around these parts. There are no sacred cows, right? I mean, if you don't play well, they're going to push you until you do play well, and otherwise they're going to find an alternative to you. Now, I'm not saying there was ever an alternative on this roster to Trevor Lawrence, but it wasn't coddling that got him to this point. It was hard coaching.
And I know you're on the air, so you don't get over here for practice, but I will tell you that they practice hard. They do. And the coaching staff, not just Liam, but the coordinators and the position coaches work these guys hard. And as you just said, no one is exempt from that. No one. Not the highest paid guy on the roster, not the lowest paid guy who's just trying to make it on the practice squad. Everyone gets it. And that sets the standard around here for what this team is going to play like.
What a change. I mean, one year makes, right? And the whole makeup of the same players, now, because a lot of them are the same guys, but they're getting better performances out of a lot of them because of the way the staff has come in. And again, we just talked about it. And so it's pretty remarkable.
Can I use the R word, though? We've used the word resilience about this team.
Sure.
Because last year we talked about how they weren't. And just the example I want to give, JP, is they go 3 and out. Right? And they give the ball back to the Broncos. The Broncos get the field goal, and they're up 10-7. And that's where you'd look. That's where those Jaguars, right? These Jaguars are not those Jaguars. That's where those Jaguars probably don't overcome it. Last year, they would go 3 and out again. But this year, they start a run of 5 straight scoring drives. I mean, this is not the same team. And if you didn't believe it from the record, situationally, they proved it time and again today.
And by the way, that drive after they were down 10-7 was when Walker Little went in at left tackle and Van Lannon went to right guard. I mean, they had big changes going into that possession. You're right. Previous teams around here would have melted
100%.
right on the field.
And Trevor Monheim, the 7th round draft choice, has to come in and play center.
Big.
And all I hear in the back of my head is Tony Baselli at one point early in the year saying, we really like that kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, I hope so.
We didn't even want, he told me, he's like, we weren't looking at all. And we're like, it's too good. We got to get him.
Right.
He's on the board. We never thought he'd be on the board here.
And then he plays well enough that you don't notice him.
That's right. Plenty ahead. Let's get back on the offensive side when we come back. Parker Washington's career day is huge in a Jaguars win over the Broncos, 34-20. And Jaguars Scoreboard Show is presented by Everbank. Advantage you. Make the most out of your money at everbank.com/Jaguars. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Jaguars fans, are you ready to beat the heat? All season long, head to Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach, Fleming Island, and the West Side to cheer on your Jags. And here's the game-changing play. Order the Beat the Heat Special, which includes 12 of the best wings in town, and score a free milkshake or ice-cold milk in the Jaguars Souvenir Cup. Thanks to our friends at Florida Dairy Farmers. Fuel up, cool down, and celebrate your Jaguars with Mr. Chubby's Wings and Florida Dairy Farmers, the ultimate game day team.
Hey, Jaguar fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Join the thousands of Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Stadium on game day. That's JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jags. Passes start at $10 on the MyJTA mobile app. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. Game Day Express is one way the JTA is working to create a better connected Northeast Florida. Visit JTAFLA.com for more details.
What's here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Huddle
Buckle up, My Gate Rewards members. Football is back. Celebrate with the Duval Meal Deal at Gate. Right now, grab a personal pizza and any 20-ounce Coca-Cola soft drink for just $4.99. No matter what combo you choose, this meal's the perfect play. Happening now through January 5th, 2026. See store for details. A deal that's a victory for every fan. Gates got you.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Come on, hurry up!
The stadium bathroom line. It's like TSA and the DMV merged in the waters of rush hour traffic, and you're in it. No closer to the bathroom than you were 5 minutes ago. Just closer to, well, going to the bathroom. You know what actually takes a minute? Pre-ordering an Uber so no one drives impaired after the game. Take a minute, make a plan. Never drive impaired. Go to takeaminutenow.com. From Diageo, Mad, Uber, and the NFL. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back. Scoreboard Show continues, and the Jaguars broadcast booth presented by Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and remodeling company. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, Brian Sexton from the Hyundai Studios. Jaguars get the job done today in Denver, 34-20. The quarterback was big today, of course, Trevor Lawrence. We've talked through his numbers in today's game, and the fourth straight game over 100 rating, 279 through the air, 3 touchdown passes, 1 on the ground. But the way this Denver defense was playing in the secondary, especially Pat Surtain, basically covering Brian Thomas Jr. all day, held him to only 2 catches, 18 yards. Who else was going to step up? That was the question in the passing game. They couldn't really run the ball effectively. So, hey, Parker Washington, please step up. Certainly did today. 6 catches, 145 yards. That's a career best. And a touchdown, including a 63-yard meandering run that set up another touchdown the next play. Probably could have been another passing score for Lawrence, but was tackled short. But, hey, Parker Washington stepping up in a big way in a big moment.
And he could have had another one. He could have had 7 for 200 if he and the quarterback connect there in the fourth quarter on that deep ball. Wide
and
open.
Who knows? He might outrun the guy to the corner.
Oh, I think he probably does.
It could have been gone.
Yeah, I think he probably does. He was unstoppable today. He was as good today as Brian Thomas was at any point in his rookie season. I mean, he was phenomenal. And the thing about him is that you can hit him and you can knock him down and you can stop him for a short gain, but you just can't take him away.
He's a fire plug, man. How are you going to hurt Parker Washington? He's like a ball of muscle.
But, I mean, I get the sense that if Pat Surtain with his long arms was on him and the ball is thrown in the right spot, he's going to get it. I'm not saying that the best corners in football can't cover him, but today, no one did.
Yeah, well, he's got quick feet, so he's shifty, so he can get open in a short area. Yep. But he's really physical. He's just short, right? I mean, he's not
he's 5'9".
a finesse receiver. He's a short receiver is what he is, but he's muscled up. I mean, he can take hits. He can, and they've got just nice complementary pieces. You still have the field stretching aspect when, not everybody has a lockdown guy like Surtain, and Jacoby Myers has been what he has been, which has been a guy who earned that extension, and Brenton Strange is a great piece. Even Tim Patrick kicking in a little bit today, but they've got enough. And if they get Bajal Tootin back healthy, before the postseason, this team is going to be loaded, provided they don't have any more injuries.
8 straight games, over 25 points, which is a franchise record, most in the NFL. But the one I love even more is 6 straight games. They average over the 6 wins, 34 points a game. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Denver had been winning a lot of close games this year. These are like dominant blowout wins in the NFL.
Hey, listen, I'm not worried about the Texans. I mean, did you see the Texans' offense today?
Yeah.
They struggled against a bad Raiders team. Mike, they can't score enough points. to keep up with this Jaguars offense.
They had a pick six, or else they wouldn't have won that game.
I know.
Right? And to JP's point on Denver lost in weeks 2 and 3. One of those was one where they had the game won, and they got a leverage penalty against them against Indianapolis. Yep. They got to retry a 60-yard field goal. They kicked the 45-yard to walk it off. Then they lost by 3 to the Chargers. That's it. Nobody did what the Jags did to them. The Jags have had, look, they had a 2-game stretch where Seattle beat them up. The scoreboard wasn't a beat up. It was 8 points.
They had the ball in their hand with down 8. Yeah.
Right, but they physically pushed them around at the line of scrimmage. And then the Rams beat them down. Right? I mean, and granted, I'd love a chance at a rematch at either one of those teams, obviously. But, that's the thing. And you had the fourth quarter collapse against Houston. You had the Cincinnati game, which we all feel like they really won. Nobody's handling their business against Jacksonville lately.
Let's come back in a moment. Plenty to dig into still. We'll get to the injury report. A handful of guys dinged up in this game and in key spots for the Jaguars after a win. 34-20. Jaguars over the Broncos. Jags are 11-4, and it's the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
Jacksonville, are you ready for a winning season at home? Don't let plumbing, septic, or AC issues throw a flag on your playbook. Duck Rooter is your hometown all-star team. Licensed, insured, and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. We're proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and just like the Jags, we're built on trust, teamwork, and always playing to win. Call the team you can trust. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit DuckDuckRooter.com. Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on 47,000 Florida farms every day. Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family. And you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
My husband, Steve, was diagnosed with prostate cancer. They only gave him months to live. That was years ago. Now, he's out there, under the tree. Nature photography is his thing. And apparently, so is catching poison ivy.
Oof, so itchy. UF Health, human progress has no finish line.
A bold change. A historic development is underway for the Bold City, and the Jacksonville Jaguars and team partners are a part of it. Introducing First and Forward, a development partner program highlighting the significant contributions made toward the transformative efforts to the city of Jacksonville. Thank you, Belter, Brooks Building Solutions, Jackson Electric Supply, Office Images, Sims Crane, Start Tech, and People's Gas. Championing progress on the field and in the community. The First and Forward program. The First Coast Forward Together. To learn more, visit Jaguars.com/forward together.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in 1996? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle & Sons Fencing. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. That's 904-356-4821. Or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E, Jacks.com. Coyle & Sons, keeping your business and home safe for nearly a century. Frank Frangie here. When you think of barbecue in Jacksonville, it's got to be Bono's Pit Barbecue. For over 75 years, Bono's has been smoking Jacksonville's favorite barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So go to bonosbarbecue.com or call their fantastic catering department at 904-332-7427. That's 904-332-7427. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Dropping, looking, throws it out of the back for Etienne. Tries to make him miss, does to the 5. Dots for the goal line, touchdown! 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 A 10-yard touchdown pass to Travis Etienne. The Jags have extended the lead. How good is that?
It was so good that the Jaguars extended the lead to 2 scores there. 31-17, the Lawrence to Etienne 10-yard touchdown pass capped off an 11-play, 80-yard, 4 plays, 80 yards, 2 minutes, 7 seconds. And that is the call of the game with Frank Frangie, presented by Coyle Fence. Since 1927, they've been around the block and fenced it too. What a day for the Jaguars. 34-20, but some injuries popped up in the game today. Patrick McCary, right guard in the second quarter with a back issue, was being helped up the ramp into the tunnel, at least on the TV version. Robert Hainsey, the center, with a groin issue in the third quarter, did not return to the game. Jordan Lewis being helped off the field in the fourth quarter. Looked like lower leg area. Didn't get an official ruling. It was so late in the game on what it was. But those are some concerns now moving ahead.
Yeah, listen, the good news for you as Jaguars is that you've got Chuma Edoga, who you signed, who can come in and play. He was inactive today. He's been a healthy inactive the last couple of weeks. And Wyatt Milam's been active and has been out there contributing. Trevor Monheim, Jonah Monheim, had a strong performance today because we didn't even mention him. Here's the one thing. The Colts have Grover Stewart, and I think they have DeForest Buckner back.
He's back tomorrow.
He's back tomorrow night. So you've got to challenge it. They're not quite as good as the Broncos, but they're powerful, and you got young players out there playing. They're going to have their hands full.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I do think the Jags have developed good depth. As you pointed out, those guys, Walker Little came in and played today, so you've got options, and we'll see. Hopefully, one or both of those guys, maybe over the course of the week, are able to come back and get on the field. And the other nice thing is, look, again, you're on the brink here of getting in. I know nothing is cemented yet, and you want to win because you want to win the division, and that's ultra importance, but you could probably afford to hold these guys out for a game. The most important thing is making sure that they're healthy 3 weeks from now, I think.
So one of the stories of this season, JP, we've talked about it ad nauseum, is that they have had injuries, they have had guys miss time, and they have had guys step in, and you're 11-4. They've played well.
Certainly have. They've done it all season long. It's been a theme on the offensive line, the secondary, middle part of the season. Both those areas had some injuries, but not season-ending. Only Travis Hunter is really about the only season-ending one that has happened mid-season for the Jags. We're back in a moment. We'll take a look at next week's game. The Jaguars head to Indianapolis to face the Colts in Week 17. This is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.
I'm Foye Oluokun from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Driving distracted or under the influence is dangerous for you, and it's dangerous for everyone on the road around you. Ride with Do Not Disturb. That call, text, or social media message can wait. Choose your music before you turn the ignition. Anytime your eyes are not on the road ahead, you're distracted, so pay attention. Remember, drive high equals DUI. Plan ahead. Have a designated driver or get a ride home. Keep a clear head to see clear ahead, and let's get everyone home safely.
Hey, Jaguar fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic looking for a parking space? Join the thousands of Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to Everbank Stadium on game day. That's JTA's Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 5 locations around Jax. Passes start at $10 on the MyJTA mobile app. Your Game Day Express is sponsored by the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens. Game Day Express is one way the JTA is working to create a better connected Northeast Florida. Visit JTAFLA.com for more details.
Are you looking for a way to support those who serve? The Jaguars are proud to partner with VetTix, a national nonprofit doing amazing things for our veterans, service members, first responders, and their families. VetTix has given away over 30 million free event tickets nationwide to a wide range of live events, including Jaguars games. These tickets help reduce stress, strengthen family bonds, and create lifelong memories. Join us in supporting their vital work. To donate your unused tickets, discover how to become a member, or support their cause, visit vettix.org or firsttix.org today.
Before you break ground on any project, make sure to call 811 before you dig. Sunshine 811 is a free service to have underground utility lines marked before digging. For projects of all sizes, creating a game plan can save you time and money. Skipping the call could mean accidentally hitting underground utility lines, which can lead to injuries, expensive repairs, fines, and even service outages in your neighborhood. Let's keep everyone safe. Dial or click ahead. Find out more at peoplesgas.com/811.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Dailies Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. CoyleJacks.com.
The Jaguars Scoreboard Show continues right now.
Final moments of the Scoreboard Show. J.P. Shadrick, Mike Dempsey, and Brian Sexton. Jaguars get the job done today, 34-20 over the Denver Broncos. Improved to a record of 11-4. They'll, of course, watch tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, when the Colts host the 49ers. If the Niners win, the Jaguars secure a playoff spot. If the Colts win, then it's on to next week, of course, and a head-to-head matchup with the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Phillip Rivers is the quarterback. And
when we last saw Phillip Rivers in 2020, 6 seasons ago, he had 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in 2 contests. One in week 1 that they lost here, and then, of course, he had 1 touchdown pass in week 17, which they won up there.
Okay.
Just pointing it out.
Okay.
Jaguars playoff percentage, according to NFL.com, playoff probability, 99%.
Absolutely. Hopefully he'll get hit a few times tomorrow night, too. Short week for Phillip to get back on the horse.
No doubt.
You know?
So, there you have it.
Longest winning streak, have you said this?
Since 99 when they had 11.
Yeah. And they ran into a hot quarterback in Steve McNair the day after Christmas who threw 5 touchdown passes to beat them. I don't think they're going to run into that quarterback in the final 2 weeks.
Nope, doesn't feel like it at all. And Jaguars on a roll right now. Keep an eye on the game tomorrow night. New England and Baltimore tied 7-7 at the moment. That game early second quarter. If New England loses, then by our count, the Jaguars will be the number 2 seed after tonight.
I love it.
Wow.
So much fun.
So a lot of
what a
important
great week
football.
for Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas to both of you.
And likewise.
Same to you. Yeah,
and to all, and happy Hanukkah, and everybody out there celebrating whatever they're celebrating.
And to all a good night. The Jaguars get the job done, 34-20. 5th quarter is next.
Here we go.
Phone calls are coming up. Brian Sexton got Jags AM all week. Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Christmas week.
No, don't hammer me
Sorry.
with that. You know, we will be live on Tuesday.
We want it.
Right. Well, no, listen, I'd love to give it to you, but the plane doesn't land until 1 o'clock, and Osher ain't coming in early.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
Not to lay it all on him, but we're going to do that on Tuesday. We'll do 1 this week. And I think you've got 1 happy hour this week,
it's Monday.
too. So we're not the only slackers in the building.
That's true. It's very true. 4 to 6, Pete Prisco, Austin Lane. If Austin's back, he might still be in Denver.
How about you? Are you working all week?
I'm working every day. Are you kidding me? No, I have Thursday off, but I am working every other day.
Love that.
Not locally. Jaguars today, not on Thursday or Friday. But tomorrow with David Garrard and Tony Smith, Victory Monday. Let's go.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know it.
Let's give them out. 5th quarter's next for Brian Sexton, Mike Dempsey. I'm J.P. Shadrick. Thanks to our entire crew, both here and in Denver. Jags get it done, 34-20, 6 straight wins. Jags now 11-4. And this is the Scoreboard Show on Jaguars Radio.